Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. And the other day I picked this up. This is a Jensen kind of ratcheting driver. It's got a number 2 Phillips on one end and a small slotted on the other. Reverse lever here. And it's got basically about an 8.5 tooth click, it feels like, which is about the worst I've ever seen. In other words, look at this at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down there, 5, 6, 7, 8. So roughly 8. 8 clicks per revolution. Compare that to the old 36 snap-ons or the 72s, 80s, 90s. They're over 100 now for some things. But anyway, real simple design. But what I liked about it was the thinness of this profile. Now this is a fixed head. This is stuck in here. So this is the absolute limit of the tool right here. But what I decided to do is compare it to some other things. Sometimes I'll use like a ratcheting, a standard ratchet here with a spinner on it, and then I could put like Snap-on's bit holder, and then throw a bit in there, something like that. This gets pretty long pretty fast. I decided I'd measure some of these things. So here's one of my kind of ratcheting ones. This is I think it's K-Star. It's got a 1/4 inch driver on this end. You can see this shape here. So I can fit this into the measurement device I'm using, and I can actually shrink it down just a little bit. Right there, slides in and out, gives me a reference point. Here's the Klein that I did a review on, and I really like this. This so far is my favorite. Just the way you can grab it and manipulate it, especially in confined spaces. It's got a spinner built in. And then these bits, these are kind of short bits designed for it. So when I slide that guy in, you can see I've got a little bit more room, so I'll bring it down. Then I've got these Craftsman. A lot of the Craftsman sets came with these. These are USA made, low profile screwdrivers. This is a 1 and 2 Phillips here, and if I stick that in, I get a little bit extra, so I'll shrink that down. Obviously things like this. This is a low profile Craftsman. I was comparing that. Both of these have a Mac 1/4 inch bit or 1/4 hex bit socket on it. But as you can see, this one, compared to this Snap-on here, this Craftsman's a little bit thinner, but I thought I'd measure that out. So here is I'm going to back this one up. Here's the Craftsman. It does fit. Actually, I'll use the same bit here. I can barely get it in there, and if I go to the Snap-on, doesn't fit, and that's of course without the bit. Anyway, back to this one. This was the current record holder. You can see that this doesn't fit in there anymore. But then there's this Jensen. Oh wait, I've got my Craftsman here. This is a little Craftsman triangular one. Let me put a tiny bit in this guy. I'll pull it out of the Klein and see. So what do I have here? Look at that. That's pretty small. I'm going to go ahead and drop that one down till that's about the limit of this little guy there. And then finally, here's my Jensen. Almost fits in the same as that little Craftsman. As far as the ability to reach in to a small space. Right there, that's about it. But the Craftsman still both fits in. They're both extremely thin. Those are the two records. Barely able to tell the difference. And these two, I haven't encountered anything that I couldn't get the Klein into, but we're getting down towards the edge of what might be possible. This is an unusual little spinner with its lever I like this guy, USA patented. I don't know if it was USA made. This is the case it came in. I think I took off the thing. I didn't use the standard size bit. If I use a standard size regular bit, obviously it's way too big to compete with this Jensen. But look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15. I don't know what that is. It's a lot. So I really like this guy, but it doesn't have a handle on it. And then for small stuff, maybe this Jensen with the fixed bit, Phillips and standard. So those are the winners right here. Klein comes in close after the fixed Craftsman, and then some of these larger ones. But we're getting down to pretty small. In fact, I use this as the measurement for the Jensen here, you can see we're under an inch. If I go to the Craftsman with the micro bit in it, what are we at here? We're about 15/16 thickness. That's what that looks like, or that's an American. If we go to metrics, it looks like it's about 24 millimeters or so for the total thickness. Interesting. Anyway, in case you're wondering, Doc out.